Hey everyone, Reddy Linx here. I'm joined with Topsy Turvy,
Hey y'all.
and
Hmm?
welcome back to another Reddy Linx's Choose Your Own Adventure livestream. This is number 14 in the series. The book we'll be reading today is Attack of the Beastly Babysitter. Now, for those of you who are new to this series, basically me and some guests will try to get a good ending with 3 tries. So, two bad endings, that's okay, but the third ending, that's it. Hello, Sylvia, and hello, Purple the Devil. So this is number 18 in the series.
Uh,
So I'm gonna read the Beware page and we'll get right going. Beware. Do not read this book from the beginning to end. It's bad enough that your mom thinks you still need a babysitter. Then Zoe from Kids Care Agency turns up to your door. Whoa, Zoe has a rat tattooed on her ear. You have a feeling. You have a feeling bad. A bad feeling. Oh, wait, there's a typo. It's a feeling bad. It's just, I think it says a bad feeling.
yeah, I agree. Just
Just, just got worse. Zoe offers you a choice, fun or games. Whatever you choose, prepare for a scare. Can you take the horrors of the fun zone, escape the bottomless ball pit, survive the swirling sand blob, beat the evil game master Dare at his own games? You decide what will happen, and you decide how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. If you choose well, you may survive your babysitter nightmare. But if you make the wrong choice, beware. So take a deep breath. Cross your fingers and turn to page 1 to give yourself goosebumps. So yeah, it looks like we are dealing with an evil babysitter.
yeah. Oh, Reddy. I don't know if this is worth mentioning, but you just reached 1,000 subs.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
yeah,
know. And by
yeah,
the way, I'm still working on that Smiling Critter Choose Your Own Adventure video.
mm. Yeah.
It
Also
will
take
come
your
out
time.
soon. The trailer is out on my channel if you guys want to go check that out. I'm planning to at least release it before school comes back. All
Should
right,
we?
I'm putting this in the chat. Starting the book now. I need you guys to listen carefully as I read the story out loud. All right, here we go. Ding dong. Get the door, please. Your mom calls from upstairs. It's the babysitter from Fun and Games Kids Care. I'm too old for a babysitter, you yell for the 100th time. Stinko's the one who needs a babysitter, or maybe a zookeeper would be better. Mom, your 6-year-old brother whines. I'm not a Stinko. Stop calling your brother or that silly name, your mother scolds as she hurries down the stairs. I don't have time for arguments. Dad is waiting for me in the car. She smooths her hair. Now answer the door and be nice. I don't want you torturing this babysitter like you did the last one. Who, me? You ask innocently. Your mother rolls her eyes. Ding dong, ding dong. I'm coming, I'm coming. You shuffle for the door and throw it open, and come face to face with a giant pink bubble. Turn to page 2. Pop! A huge bubble bursts in the face of a mousy looking girl. Hey, she greets you. She peels the gum blob off the tip of her pointy nose. How's it going? You check her out. Straight brown hair hangs down at her waist. A long tie dyed skirt and tank top droop on her thin frame. You know the perfect word for this girl. Hippie. Your mom joins you at the door. Are you Mary Ellen? Zoe, the hippie corrects her, from Kids Care. She marches past you and your mom, straight into the living room. Sorry if I'm late. Traffic was nuts. Some car went into a ditch. I thought I thought our babysitter's name was Mary Ellen. Your mom steps towards Zoe, but then your dad honks the horn in the driveway. Your mom shrugs. I guess I have heard wrong. No prop, Zoe says. She tucks her hair behind one ear. Your eyes widen when you spot the tattoo of a rat on her earlobe. You've seen some strange tattoos, but a rat? Weird. Zoe notices you looking at her ear. She quickly yanks her hair back into place. Then she smiles at your mom. You go enjoy your weekend. Zoe will take care of everything. For some reason, you don't like the way Zoe said that. So, wait, it looks like we're dealing with a not the right babysitter thing going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, true. Sounds like it.
Alright, let's keep reading. Mom, you begin. Then you stop yourself. You complained all day about having a babysitter. You seem like a real baby if you confess that Zoe makes you nervous. We'll be back the day after tomorrow, your mom promises. Then she gives you a hard look. And I expect everything to go just fine. Just go fine here. Never fear, Kids Care is here, Zoe recites. She reaches into her huge shoulder bag and pulls out a bag of chips. She starts munching. What is your imagination? Was it your imagination, or did Zoe say Kids Scare? Oh, I see what's going on. Kids care, kids scare.
Yeah. So,
It's actually a nice
yeah.
rhyme. I didn't get that.
And it's also interesting as
Zoe
well.
shuts
Go on,
Yeah,
sorry.
kids care, kids scare.
Yeah. Hmm.
Zoe shuts the door behind your mom. You jump when the phone rings. I'll get it. Stinko hollers. He races to the phone. Stinko. That's a terrible nickname to give to your brother,
Yeah,
if I'm being
exactly.
honest.
Stinko? Are you kidding me? Stinko?
Stinko. Really.
Yeah.
Alright. Hello, he blurts into the receiver. Mary Ellen? There's no Mary Ellen here. Oh, you're Mary Ellen. Well, that's okay. We already have a babysitter. Bye. He hangs up. What was that about? You ask. Some babysitter named Mary Ellen, Stinko replies. Her car went off the road, but don't worry. I told her we already have a babysitter, and we don't need another one. Mary Ellen, you repeat. So Mary Ellen's the one who got in a car crash?
Hmm. Interesting. I wonder who, like, how it happened and stuff. That's interesting.
Alright, turn to page 65.
Hmm.
That's strange, you think. You turn to face Zoe. Mary Ellen was the name Mom. Forget it, Zoe cuts you off. We've got better things to do than worry about some bad driver named Mary Ellen. Like what? You grumble. You're already sure you're going to be bored this whole weekend. Like this. Zoe reaches into her huge bag and pulls out a giant game spinner. Wow, Stinko exclaims. What's that? You don't want to seem too interested, but you can't help peeking at it out of the corner of your eye. The first thing you notice is a silhouette of a rat in the center, just like the tattoo on Zoe's ear. This girl has rats on the brain, you think. You move forward to get a closer look. The spinner is divided into two sections. One section says fun, the other section says games. It's up to you now. Zoe holds up the spinner in front of you. What happens next is your choice. What's it going to be? Fun or games?
Ooh.
Turn to the spinner on page 136. Okay, so it's basically a spinner. Fun and game spinner. This is the official spin. Okay, it's basically just a spinner to decide if you either go with fun or games.
Hmm.
I'm gonna make this more interesting by putting the fun and games on an actual spinner.
Yeah.
So let me just get the all right. I have it on a wheel. I'm gonna spin it, and whatever it lands on, fun or games, is the one we'll go on.
Sure. I'm up for that. Well, yeah. Well, okay for that. Actually.
All right, spinning it. It landed on fun.
Hmm.
So I guess we'll go to fun.
Sure.
All right. The book said if your finger landed on fun or games, you go to that page, but I made it more interesting by putting it on an actual wheel.
I mean, actually, fair to be honest. I mean, yeah.
All right, all right. It landed on fun, so we're going to fun.
Mhm.
Fun, hooray! So cheers when your finger lands on fun. Fun, fun! Stinko crows happily. He claps his hands. Whoopee, you mutter. Time for the fun to begin. Follow me. Zoe adjusts Zoe orders. Adjusting her large shoulder bag, she races out the back door. Stinko grabs his red baseball cap and darts after her. You follow reluctantly. Zoe pulls a huge silver disc out of her bag. She yanks a metal loop in the center of it. The disc opens into a dome shape. Zoe places it on the lawn. It comes up to your chest. Whoa! Where did you get that? Where'd you get that thing? You ask. Zoe ignores you, touching a spot on the side of the dome. A door slides out open. Enter the discotheque, she commands. Neat! Stinko scurries into the dome. Without giving you a chance to argue, Zoe shoves you inside. Then she crawls in after you. The door slides shut. You have to scrunch to fit inside the cramped space. Gee, this is too much fun for me, you grumble. Zoe glares at you. That's an engine rump. Then an engine rumbles, and the dome starts spinning. Next stop, the fun zone, Zoe cries. On page 71. Wait, hold on.
Hmm.
So- This isn't fun at all. You feel dizzy and nervous. Luckily, the spinning stops before you toss your cookies. The door slides open. You hear organ music and kids screaming. The smell of nachos fills the air. Awesome. Thanks, so. Stinko runs out of the dome. You exit slowly, trying to regain your balance. And your lunch. Where are we? You ask. Zoe points to a yellow neon sign. Kids Care Fun Zone. Oh no. Kids Care Fun Zone. You read out loud. Kids Scare. Hmm. You gaze at the huge indoor playground in front of you. Just beyond the turnstiles, kids jump into an pool-sized pit filled with colorful plastic balls. Baby stuff, you'd think. But the slides aim down tubes that look like tornado funnels seem kind of fun. And the pitch dark cave entrances dotted the far walls look cool. Wait here, Zoe orders. I have to check in. Zoe strolls through a, a turnstile. A second later, Stinko dashes behind Zoe into the play area. Stinko! You shout. Get back here, you Dumbo! Go to page 69. What a cane, you mutter. You push through the turnstile to tell Zoe what happened. After all, she's the babysitter. Let her deal with Stinko. Zoe is talking to another girl in hippie clothes. The babysitter is too deep in the conversation that she doesn't even notice Stinko's mad dash into the fun zone. The two hippie girls are laughing about something. As you get closer, you hear what they're saying. Getting rid of Mary Ellen was easy, Zoe boasts. The old giant rat in the road trick made her swerve into a ditch. Works every time. Now the two brats are ours. A shudder runs through you. What could Zoe be talking about? She sounds crazy and dangerous. Don't panic, you tell yourself. There must be an explanation for what Zoe just said. Should you listen to find out what else this weird babysitter will say? Or do you go after Stinko yourself and get out of here? Alright, we're given a choice. Stay to hear more, or go after Stinko.
Ooh. No.
Something tells me if we stay, they're gonna notice us and
Yeah,
go
exactly.
after. I say we go after our brother before he gets into any more trouble.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just do that, I guess.
All right, let's go after Stinko. You decide to go after Stinko yourself. Zoe gives you the creeps. You just want to get out of here, but before you can get out, you gotta get you gotta get in and fetch your little brother. While Zoe's back is turned, you crawl under the turnstile. Standing up, you glance around. You don't see Stinko anywhere. Where did that little brat go? You wonder. Stinko! You yell, but there's no way he can hear you over the music and screaming kids. Then you spot a familiar red baseball cap in the distance. Stinko. All you can see is the hat and a crowd of kids standing at the edge of a swimming pool. A swimming a swimming pool filled with colored plastic balls. A ball sign overhead reads "Bottomless Ball Pit." You would recognize that hat anywhere, or would you? You glimpse another red baseball cap on the head of another kid, and this kid is heading toward one of the caves. Which kid is Stinko? If you follow the kid heading for the cave, go to page 38. If you think the kid at the ball pit is Stinko, turn to page 57. Okay, well, till Topsy Turvy comes back, I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm pretty sure that we should go into the cave after the kid with the. We should go after the kid in the cave. That just seems more. It just seems. It just seems more fitting to me. So we'll go into the cave. All right. Stinko! You call after the kid heading for the cave, but it disappears through the opening. You dart after him. Hey, you brat! An angry voice behind you shouts. Where do you think you're going? Oops, maybe you were supposed to pay an admission fee. Unfortunately, you don't have any money. I need a bigger allowance, you mutter. You speed up, you reach the cave. A sign over the entrance reads, To Weird Woods. You dash in and then out the other side. Whoa, cool! Exclaim. You gaze around. The huge area looks exactly like a jungle. It is so realistic. You wonder if you're still indoors. Jungle sound and smells surround you. Thick orange mist.
Sorry, man, my
Welcome
wife.
back, Topsy.
Yeah, sorry about that. My Wi-Fi just went out for no reason. Anyways.
Anyways, we got a choice to either follow a kid that looked like Stinko into the cave or go after a kid that looked like Stinko in a ball pit. I chose to go into the cave, and
Fair.
it's leading us to a jungle that looks way too realistic.
So, oh,
Someplace called Weird Woods.
oh,
Anyways, let's continue. Thick orange mist rises from a deep canyon. You spot a narrow rope bridge disappearing into the mist. You don't see Stinko, though. But wait, is that a red baseball cap bobbing across the rope bridge? You dash onto the bridge a little too quickly. The wobbly rope bridge sways and swings faster and faster. You struggle desperately to keep your balance. No use, you're going to fall. Go on to page 18. Ah! You shriek. The swinging bridge hurls you head first over the side. You wave your arms frantically, trying to grab hold of something. Anything to keep you from plummeting into the deep canyon. You're in luck. Your fingers connect with the rope. You clutch it tightly, but can you hold on? Your arm muscles burn as you reach up the bridge. With your other hand, you grab empty air. You reach again, nothing. Your feet dangle below you. You glance down, it's a long drop. Whoops, you shouldn't have looked. Now your hand is sweating, making it hard to hold on. You're slipping. Hang on until page 27. Just in time, a hand reaches out of the swirling orange mist. It grabs you. It's okay. A boy's voice reassures you. You're safe. Your rescuer starts to pull you up onto the bridge. The mist is so thick that all you can see of him is a red baseball cap, and his hand clasping your wrist. Yikes, that's no ordinary hand. A scruffy patch of fur grows across his knuckles. And his fingers. They're claws. Go to page 19. You gasp at the sight of the clawed hand, but you're not going to let your fear keep you from being rescued. Thanks for saving me, you tell the boy as he pulls you up to safety. You peer at him. He looks a little older than Stinko, but younger than you. I'm David. He holds out his hairy hand to shake, but when he sees you staring at it, he shoves it into his pocket. What, what happened to you? You stammer. I don't know, David admits. It started as soon as the kid scare babysitter went to check in at the gate. Hey, we came with the sitter from the same agency, you cry. Something really weird going on here, David warns you. The babysitters are evil. Evil? Your voice trembles. What are you? Shh! David interrupts you. Listen. You hear Zo. You hear voices approaching. One is Zoe's. We can't let them find us, David gasps. Follow me. You're not sure if you should trust this kid. That hairy hand of his gives you the creeps. But so does Zoe's. And she's getting closer. If you decide, alright, we're giving a choice. Decide to
mhm.
trust this strange boy, go to page 125. If you'd rather go on your own, go to page 55.
Hmm. I know. Should we trust him? He sounds mysterious.
I don't trust these rat people whatsoever.
Yeah, same. I don't trust him.
Let's go on.
Sorry.
Even though he did save us, we shouldn't trust him. He's probably in cahoots with Zoe.
Yeah, probably. I say don't
Alright,
trust him.
page 55. Maybe David is just a nice kid with a claw. Who knows? But you're not taking any chances. You decide to go on your own. Sorry, David, you say. I'd rather take my chances on my own. You take a step backwards, then you add. Thanks for saving me, and good luck. Just because the kid is creepy doesn't mean you can't be polite. You turn around facing the rope bridge again. Zoe and the other babysitters are hidden in the mist, somewhere near the middle of the bridge. Maybe you could sneak by them. The orange mist is so thick they might not see you. You step onto the bridge. Immediately, it sinks a little lower and starts to swing. Can you make it past the babysitters and across the swinging bridge, or should you try to find another way back to Stinko? Or given a choice. If you take the bridge route, turn to page 123. If you look for another way back to Stinko, turn to page 107.
Hmm.
Take the bridge route, it's a,
Okay.
or find another way.
Okay, bridge can. Well, how like it doesn't say how good the bridge is. Hmm.
I mean, it does. It's like it swings when we put weight on it.
If we use common knowledge, well, I mean, this is like a jungle, so this is like
This is like a long bridge that's
yeah,
extending over a canyon.
yeah. This is like a remote jungle, so like we don't
And
know if it's
there's only one way on the bridge. It's only going the two ways. So what if they're already on the bridge and they're coming right towards us?
yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna say another way. Just don't
Yeah,
risk
let's
it.
find another way.
Don't cross a bridge if you don't know what its condition is and stuff.
Especially if you can't even see anything up ahead of you.
Yeah, exactly. That like you can't use it. It's just don't risk it. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right, let's find another way. You're not going to risk running smack into Zoe. You glance around, searching for another way back to Stinko. You spot a path at the edge of the canyon. Maybe it will lead you back to the cave entrance. You scuffle through the thick vintage and vegetation and start following the path. A shrill, shrieking alarm stops you in your tracks. You peer through the mist and trees. David. He's making the awful sound. His face twists in a nasty grimace. His teeth, their fangs. It's me! He trails again. You knew you couldn't trust him. You start to run. The kid! You hear Urzo cry. Over there! Roots grab at your feet and leave smack your face. You glance back. Oh no! Zoe has been joined by dozens of pointy-nosed hippies. They're right behind you. If you stay on the path, they will catch you for sure. You stare at the canyon. It's much narrower here. It might be 10 feet across. Maybe less. Maybe more. Can you jump across? There's no time for choices now. Just do it. Leap to page 91. You shut your eyes, bend your knees, and hurl yourself across the canyon. Oh no, you don't quite make it. You, you slam stomach first into the edge of the other side. Your fingers desperately claw at the dirt. It crumbles and falls around your head. Then you clasp a sturdy tree root. Grunting, you pull yourself up and over the edge. You lie flat on your back, panting, but you can't rest. The angry, evil babysitters scream and throw dirt bombs across the gorge. You scramble to your feet. Perfect. Just ahead of you is the cave entrance. Above it, a sign reads to the bottomless ball pit. So long, suckers! You shout across at them. You've got to find Stinko and get out of the crazy place. You duck into the cave, but instead of coming directly on out of the other side, you face a dark path and another cave entrance. Which do you take? Are we given a choice? If you enter the cave within the cave, turn to page 120. If you stick to the path, turn to page 76.
Ooh. Okay. Right. So we just fallen. Okay. Wait. Right. That's right. We just fallen. Is that it?
Well, we escaped we made it back to the cave, but instead of
Yeah.
going to where we were going, we
Yeah.
got two paths, a cave within a cave, or just stick to the path.
I think
I'm
stick to the
kind of
main.
interested to see where that cave in a cave takes us.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're decently through the book. I mean, if we lose a life now, it's not gonna affect us that much.
I say we go through the cave in the cave.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree. Let's just.
If this does lead to a bad ending, then it's on me.
No, no. Don't worry, man. You didn't. Oh, it's okay.
All right. You remember that there were cave entrances near the ball pit. You step into the cave, hoping that where it leads, you blink your eyes, trying to focus in the pitch darkness. Who enters my cave? A deep voice booms. Fear clutches your throat. What have you gotten yourself into now? Uh, it's just me. Why have you trespassed? The voice demands. I'm running from a pack of evil babysitters. You blurt. Oops, you hope you're not talking to one of them. Those babysitters are the worst. The voice growls. Phew. So you let me through? You ask nervously. You wish you could see who's talking to you. You strain your eyes, but it's just too dark. Not so fast. The voice snaps. You first you must answer 3 questions. If you pass my test, I'll let you pass me. Turn to page 31. You don't have much choice. You realize. You sigh. Okay, you mumble. Ask away. Question 1. What creature comes to life during the full moon? The full moon is part human, part animal. You snort. That's easy. A werewolf. Very good. The voice in the dark responds. Next question is a little harder. High in the oh wait, Himalayas, I think, lives a mysterious, furry, human-like creature. Oh, you know this one too. You saw it on Fact or Fiction on TV. It's called. You begin. The voice cuts you off. I want both names, it warns. You grin. The Abominable Snowman, or Yeti, you declare. This is fun. You hear a low rumbling sound coming from the direction of the voice. Is it a laugh? A growl? You get nervous again. Now for my final and most difficult question, the voice announces. Although if you read Goosebumps, it should be easy. The voice pauses. The cave is so silent you can almost hear your heart pounding. Finally, the voice speaks again. What color is the beast from the east? However, given a choice, if you think the beast is green, turn to page 14. If you think the beast is blue, turn to page 17.
Hmm.
What
Okay.
color is the beast from the east from Goosebumps?
Oh. I mean, I never like. I don't think I've read that in that book. So, well, I haven't read the. What is it like the from the other just like the normal like just reading books, like not the
I
choose
think
your own
I have
adventure one.
seen the cover of that book before, and
I'm gonna say
or at
green. I
least
don't know.
I think but I think I remember the beast looking a little purple,
Hmm.
or maybe that's just.
Yeah. I don't know.
But wait, I think or maybe it's. But if it is if I remember, then maybe it's blue or something.
I
I just
mean,
remember the beast looking a bit purple.
hmm. I mean, look, look. You know the most out of us here. To be honest, both of us here. So, I mean, I'm just gonna say blue, because blue.
Okay, let's just
Um,
let's leave it up to chance. Let's go
yeah.
blue. If it's wrong, then it's okay.
Yeah.
We still have 2 more lives.
Mhm.
All right, we're going blue. Blue! You cry. The beast from the east is blue. You are right. You are. Well done. The voice congratulates you. Not only will I allow you to go through my cave, I will also give you a prize. It holds something out of the shadows towards you. You squint at it. The faint light shows you that it's an audio cassette tape. A tape? You take a few steps forward. What's on it? Music? You will find out when it becomes necessary. The voice replies mysteriously. Take it. It may help you. You grab the tape. A shiver ripples through you. The hand you just you just touched wasn't human. It felt like a giant cat's paw. A giant cat creature. Go on to page 99. So this is this is probably the nemesis of the babysitters. They're rats, and this is a giant cat. This makes perfect sense.
True.
Were you being questioned by an enormous cat? Before you can ask, the creature vanished. The creature vanishes. The light streams into a dim cave. You hear screams and squeals coming from just beyond the entrance. You're not sure, but one of the squeals sound a lot like Stinko's voice. You stuff the tape into your pocket and run out of the cave. Bingo! The cave opens onto a balcony overlooking the bottomless ball pit. Zoe is nowhere in sight. You just might make it out of this place after all. And there he is, Stinko, grinning broadly, preparing to dive into the ball pit. You dash down the steps two at a time. You hurry at the edge of the ball pit. Stinko! You shout. But he can't hear you over all the cheers and squeals. He dives into the pool. You rush at the edge, but Stinko has vanished. Go to page 128. Stinko! You yell as loud as you can. It's no use, wasting your breath. He can't hear you. He has sunk from view. You buried in colored plastic balls. You've got to get him out of there. And then you've got to get both of you out of the fun zone. But how? You notice heavy ropes dangling over the ball pit. If you could just grab one of the ropes, you might be able to swing over the ball pit and yank Stinko out. That is, if he comes up to the surface, you remind yourself. You could dive in, but it'd be very hard to find him among all those kids and plastic balls. You know Zoe is going to show up any minute, and Stinko is definitely not going to come out of the ball pit on his own. What should you do? Alright, so given a choice to either jump in or go for the rope.
Ooh. Okay. Right.
A
So if,
rope at a ball pit. That doesn't sound right.
yeah, exactly. That doesn't sound right.
From all the
Yeah.
ball pits at least I've been at, there has been no sign of any rope anywhere.
Unless it's like one of those like things, and it's like you can grab onto it and it like swings or something. Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
No, that sounds way too suspicious. I'm jumping in after
Yeah,
Stinko.
exactly.
Let's jump in.
Yeah.
Ready or not, you shout, "Here I come!" You jump into the pit. Immediately you start sinking. Hard plastic balls bounce off your face, neck, and arms. The air between the balls is full of static electricity. It smells like old Barbie dolls. Help! You scream. Layers and layers of colored balls close in around your face. You can't breathe. You're drowning in a sea of colored balls. You don't know how to swim in plastic, but maybe you can float in and tuck your chin to your chest. You bring in your arms and legs and scrunch up into a ball. It's working. You're not sinking anymore. Start to rise to the surface. You peek out from the ball's shape and spot Stinko a few feet ahead of you. But as soon as you uncurl, you immediately begin to sink again. What should you do? Stinko's getting away from you. Or given a choice. Stay rolled up in a ball or uncurl and go after your brother.
Hmm. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. Was the original objective to go after him though? Don't tell
Yeah, it is, but as soon as we
me.
jumped in, we started sinking. But when we
Yeah.
curled up into a ball, we stopped. But as soon as we uncurled, we started sinking
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah,
So do we roll up in a ball again, or do we uncurl and go after our brother?
I'm gonna say roll up because we want to be cautious here, so let's just do that, I guess.
All right, let's stay rolled up in a ball. You stay rolled up in a ball. The thought of sinking into a plastic sea again is too scary. You keep your chin on your chest and wrap your arms around your knees. You feel yourself bob toward the surface again. But now something even scarier is happening. You're rising all right. You're rising. All right. Faster and faster. Something is sucking you up at the top. You peek out of the ball shape of the ball shape and peek out of your ball shape and see the mouth of a giant vacuum hose. One by one, scratched and dented plastic balls are being sucked up by the hose. Seconds later, new balls are blown out the other end of the hose. You try to resist, but the force of the suction is too strong. Thwop! You're pulled in. Warm liquid plastic sprays over you from all sides. Now you understand. The machine recoats the balls, making them shiny and smooth again. It doesn't know you're a human being, and pretty soon you won't know either. You're now one of the balls now. See you around. Sneeze. See you around and around and around. The end. Wow. So
Damn.
we just got turned into a plastic ball.
What? How does that work?
I guess since we tried to be a ball, we ended up becoming a ball.
Yeah. That's
All right. Well,
surprising.
that was our. Well, that was one life. We have two more. So let's uncurl and go after our brother this time. You gulp in some air and force your way through the bobbling balls. You push your arms forward and a breaststroke and kick your feet. Balls pop up into the air around you. You finally but finally you reach your little brother. Sorry. Stinko, you call to him. He turns at the sound of your voice. His face is twisted into a look of terror. For once he doesn't try to get away from you. Help me, he cries. He reaches for your outstretched hand. As soon as Stinko grabs your hand, you both sink down under the balls. Whoa, you exclaim. Then you notice other kids are sinking too. Something on the bottom is of the pit is sucking you in. You peer down. There's a giant uh, there's a giant plexiglass tube at the bottom of the ball pit. It's like a drain. There's no stopping the suction now. You're spiraling downward and taking Stinko with you. You take one last desperate gulp of air and you are pulled through the tube. Come out on page 44. Huh. You and Stinko pop out of the plexiglass drain pipe and land with a thud. A few more kids drop out of the pipe after you. You glance around. You're in a big, windowless white room. Loud rock music blasts from speakers sitting on a stainless steel counter. But over the music, you hear cries and moans. Those terrible wails come from? Where are those wailing? Where are those terrible wails coming from? You wonder. Your eyes land on rows of cages lining one wall. A scream stops your throat. The cages are full of kids. Then a figure steps out from behind a white screen. A sight more terrifying than the caged humans. A giant rat. Go to page 131. No! You moan in horror. Stinko whispers beside you. He grabs your hand. He must be really afraid. You can't you can't tear your eyes away from the awful sight. The more you stare, the more you think you recognize the creature. Unbelievable, but it looks like Zoe. But if it's Zoe, She is trapped somewhere between human and rat, like an experiment gone horribly wrong. Her head is shaped her head is shaped like a rat's, but her eyes and lips are human. Her fur is as long as human hair. It covers a rat body with human legs and arms. Her hands are gnarled masses of fingers and claws. Yellow rat teeth poke out, knife-like, out of her human mouth. Then you see something even worse. Yes, worse than a giant mutant rat person. Dozens of giant mutant rat people coming straight toward you. Go to page 11. Uh, Gotcha! Zoe shrieks. She springs at you and clutches you in her mutant claws. You shrink in horror, but you don't resist. Not with all those gross rat people lined up behind Zoe. She shoves you and Stinko into a cage and padlocks it. Who are you? You scream. What are you? We're the rat people, Zoe explains. We were created in a science experiment. You're ugly, Stinko blurts. Stinko! You clap your hands over his mouth, but Zoe doesn't seem to notice. She lets out a long sigh. Her whiskers twitch. Things used to be great. We had super strength and intelligence, and we could switch back and forth between human and giant rat. But we need to eat our special Swiss cheese formula. Otherwise, we get stuck this way, caught between rat and human. Then eat the stupid formula and let us go, you cry. We can't, Zoe says. We've run out of the original batch of Swiss cheese, and we're missing one key ingredient. Zoe presses her rat nose right up to the bars of your cage. She grins evilly. We're missing graded children. Turn to page 53. Graded children? They graded children!
Granny children?
Graded children alive to make it Swiss cheese!
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
messed up!
Yeah, exactly. I think okay, this is probably the worstest, well, the bestest book for body horror or something.
Well,
Eh,
minus
bestest.
the Wicked Wax. Well, probably under Welcome to the Wicked Wax Museum.
Yeah, but still, body horror. We get. I mean, one of the endings we literally get turned into a plastic ball. Are you kidding me? Like, it's
Well,
up there. It's up
that's
there.
not that's probably worse than getting turned into a wax figure.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
All right, well, let's continue. You leap back from the bars. Graded kid, you gasp. What's that? Exactly what it sounds like, genius. So answers. Stunned, you sink to your knees. Stinko covers his head with his arms and whimpers. The kids in the other cages moan. We'll make the necessary preparations. Zoe sets a ring of keys down on the counter and leads the way out of the door. The other mutants follow her. You stare after them. That's when you notice one of the bars in the cages is bent. Could you or Stinko possibly slip through? If you could get those keys, you could open all the cages. It's probably your only chance to save your life, but you don't have much time. You study the bars. Don't think about it. Don't think about it too long. Get moving. They'll be back any minute. Are we given a choice? If you try to slip through the bars yourself, turn to page 114. If you send Stinko instead, turn to page 25. So we either get to should we slip through the bars ourselves or should we send Stinko to do it?
Mm,
I think
I
choice
mean,
is obvious. I think Stinko because he's smaller and
yeah.
more likely to fit through the bars.
He's smaller. He's fast, but is he? No, he's not really faster. But he's agile.
Like he seems more liable to fit through the bars.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's send Stinko. There's no way you can fit through the bars. Stinko, you whisper. You've got to sneak through the bars and get those keys. It's our only chance. I can do it? Stinko whispers. I know I can. Your little brother slides on one leg and arm between the bent bars. Then his shoulder. He turns sideways and slips the rest of the way through. He's out. You give him a thumbs up, then you point at the counter. He tiptoes over, grabs the keys, and rushes back to your cage. You did great, you tell Stinko as he unlocks the cage. You're free. Oh no, you don't! Zoe screams from the doorway. You gulp. She is surrounded by other mutant pals. You're not going anywhere, she snarls. Her eyes desperately scan the room for something, anything that might help you. The cages, the tables, the tape player. You feel in your pockets. Could you have a weapon? A bribe? Nothing. You come up empty. Or do you? Oh, if you have a cassette tape in your pocket, turn to page 116. If your pockets are empty, turn to page 129. We have the
Uh,
cassette tape. Remember that giant cat with that question?
yeah. Mm,
We have the cassette tape. Let's use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I agree. Let's use it.
Yes, you have the tape. Now what was it the voice in the dark said when you asked what was the tape on? You'll find out when it becomes necessary. Hmm. Could the voice have meant now? You pull the tape from your pocket and pop it into the player. You cross your fingers for luck. Then you push play. Instantly, ear-splitting cat screeches blast from the room. Howls and wails bounce off the walls. The mutant rats are terrified. They don't realize the awful sounds are coming from the tape. They believe there are dozens of cats in the room. Hurrying to escape the cats, the mutant rats go berserk. They dive under the counters, climb up tables, and scurry behind anything that will hide them. This is your chance to grab the keys and release the other kids. You unlock all the cages. This way, you call. The kids scramble to follow you out the door. With the cat tape screeching, the rats scurry, and the kids running, the whole room starts to shake. Hurry, you cry, before it's too late! Run to page 87. So it plays cat noises. Alright. What's happening now? Stinko cries. The tape! You shout over the sounds of screaming cats. The noise is making the whole place collapse. Run! But then a huge chunk of concrete ceiling crashes down in front of you. In front of the door, you're trapped. The wall of cages fall forward, crashing everywhere, everything in the way. Crushing everything in the way. Zoe vanishes underneath the pile. A large chunk of plaster peels away from a wall beside you. You peer through the hole. It opens directly to outside, out of the fun zone. That way! You shout. You and Stinko lead the kids through the hole. Then you gather in a circle and watch the entire fun zone crumble. Wow, Stinko. Wait until Mom hears about this. Yeah, you agree. Maybe next time she'll listen when I say I don't need a babysitter. The end.
Ooh.
That's actually a good ending, if you ask me.
Yeah. I mean, we got
We
away.
destroyed we destroyed the fun zone and got the rat people and scared the rat people with a bunch of cat sounds.
Yeah, I'll say that's a good ending. I mean,
Yeah,
it was our objective. Well, not at first, but it was our objective to find Stinko, and we did find Stinko. So I'll call
and
that a
we
win.
also
Actually,
stopped and we also saved all the other kids from being grinded
into
kid being turned
into
into Swiss cheese.
which why does that actually ring though? Switch cheese. I like that.
Yeah, but maybe think next time because it could be made of kid.
Yeah, true.
I'm not eating Swiss cheese after this.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure of Attack of the Beastly Babysitter, but I am giving you guys some good news. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm giving you guys a special two more Reddy Linx's Choose Your Own Adventure live streams to make up for last week's. So, tomorrow, stay tuned for Revenge of the Body Squeezers, which will be the return of special editions. And for Wednesday, be on the lookout for TikTok You're Dead. So, hope you guys enjoyed this adventure, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Revenge of the Body Squeezers.
See y'all.
Have a good day. Goodbye.